In this video, we're going to talk about what happens with cryptocurrency in bankruptcy. So stay tuned, bankruptcy bailout buddies. Welcome, debtors and borrowers, to Bankruptcy Bailout. My name is Matt Burkus, Colorado bankruptcy and debt relief attorney. And in this video, we're going to be talking about what happens when you file bankruptcy but have cryptocurrency. So all the rage right now are the various cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and so forth. But maybe you still have too much debt and you have to file bankruptcy. So what happens and what can you do with cryptocurrency? Well, there really isn't a big mystery here when it comes to bankruptcy and cryptocurrencies, because cryptocurrencies are assets like anything else. I mean, they're really just investment assets at this point. Even though they're called currencies, most of them don't truly act like a currency or a medium of exchange. However, putting that aside, if you have cryptocurrency, you still have to declare it as an asset in your bankruptcy. You are obligated under the law to disclose all assets. And if you fail to do so, that's perjury and bankruptcy fraud, and you can be criminally prosecuted for that. So the only real issue with cryptocurrency is, what is its value? And the value you use for the cryptocurrency is as of the date you file your bankruptcy. So if you have $5,000 worth of Bitcoin when you file bankruptcy, then you have $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. So what's going to happen at that point? Well, I'm not aware of any state that has a specific exemption or protection for cryptocurrency, and that wouldn't make sense that they would. However, there are some states that will have a wildcard exemption. And a wildcard exemption is basically just a certain amount of money or value that you can apply to any asset that you have. But only a handful of states have wildcard exemptions. So the problem with cryptocurrency is it's an unprotected asset in bankruptcy. So you will lose it if you have enough of it and you file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Now, generally speaking, you don't technically have to liquidate the cryptocurrency itself. The bankruptcy trustee may give you the option to pay over the value of it, but they're not going to give you a very long period of time, maybe 6 months, maybe 10 months to pay over the value. But if you're not able to do that, then yeah, the trustee is going to have you require you to liquidate the cryptocurrency. Now, a lot of you may be thinking like, well, how are they even going to know I have it? Or how are they going to get access to my account? Well, again, as I said, you don't want to be a victim, or you don't want to make yourself a victim of criminal prosecution for bankruptcy fraud by failing to disclose your cryptocurrency. But yeah, it's true. There's probably no way they're going to find out you actually have it. But again, if you file bankruptcy and don't disclose it, you're committing bankruptcy fraud, and that's criminal. And then also, even if they can't get access to your account, it's not like you can hold on to it. I mean, because they can make your life very difficult. The main punishment if you fail to turn over your assets is you will be denied your bankruptcy discharge. What that means is that none of your debts will be discharged in bankruptcy. You will have filed bankruptcy, but the court's going to deny your bankruptcy for failure to cooperate, and therefore you still have all your debts. And the trustee can still get a charging order from the court to go get your cryptocurrency and liquidate it. All right, so having cryptocurrency going into bankruptcy is generally not a good idea. You have to disclose it. It's probably not going to be protected, so you have to be prepared to liquidate it if that happens. The other alternative would be a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. In that case, you don't have to liquidate the debt, but you do have to have regular recurring income, because Chapter 13 is a monthly payment plan to pay back a portion of your debt. So as far as cryptocurrencies and bankruptcy is concerned, it's really just an asset, and you do a basic asset analysis like you do with any asset in bankruptcy. Is what is the asset? Who owns it? What's its worth? What's its value on the date you file the bankruptcy petition? And are there any exemptions to protect it? Generally speaking, there's not going to be any exemptions for cryptocurrency. The value is pretty easy to fix on the date of the petition. You own it, okay? So there's really not much of an issue there. But you just don't want to try to play any games about it. Just be upfront with the assets that you have, declare the assets, and let your attorney work with you to figure out the best option to get your bankruptcy discharged and protect what assets can be protected. My name is Matt Burkus, Colorado Bankruptcy and Debt Relief Attorney. I offer free initial phone consultations to the residents of Colorado for the purposes of bankruptcy, tax relief, and for student loan issues. Best of luck to you.